How's it going, guys? So I'm sure you can see this mess of holsters that I got here on the table, and the reason for that is I finally went out and shot this thing. We put 500 rounds through it. It is clear. Everything shot well, no malfunctions. This gun shoots extremely well. Like, it was just point and shoot. The sights, everything I did to it just it flows very nicely. Really soft recoil. It's considerably softer than the standard Glock. So, I mean, I can recommend this to you guys. There was, the only hiccup I did have with this is this pin here, and I think the guy from Tactical Toolbox was, kind of had a similar issue, I believe. This pin started to walk out on me a couple times. Not all the way, it didn't come out like all the way or anything, but I did notice it started to drift. What would it be? Shooting this way, so it was drifting right. And it did that 2 or 3 times until I think it found a spot where it kind of locked itself in, and then it stopped doing that. But just so you guys know, I'm not gonna hide anything from you. But it shot very well. And now to get to this mess I got here. So yeah, I was looking for holsters for this thing, and really the only company I found that I found anyways that was a dedicated holster was Talon Retention, I believe was the company's name. And I mean, I'm sure their holsters are good. There's probably nothing wrong with them. I don't have one here on the table. But the reason I didn't go out and buy one of those is because I would like to keep the same system for all my Glocks. And these holsters here are all Bravo concealment, except for this one here is a Incog Eclipse, and this one here is a Blackhawk Serpa. I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see that, but anyways, I was out in the garage packing my range bag the night before I shot this thing, and I had all this stuff out there, so I'm like, well, let's try and see. And sure enough, it fit like, well, I'm not gonna say it fit like a glove, but it fit. I did mod this one out a little bit because I do plan on carrying this. I'll talk about that in a minute, but let's just let's go over what I got here. So, just standard Bravo concealment Kydex holsters outside the waistband. This one's for 19, that one's for 17, and then when I'm not trying to sell you guys on these, but just so you know, if you decide to pick one up, they come with a free mag holster right now. So this was a pair, this was a pair, but anyways, now that's out of the way, I'll show you how this thing fits. So this, I haven't done anything to this one, and it fits. There's not that positive click you get because I believe the trigger guard is, well, I know the trigger guard's different, but I think that is what is stopping it from getting that positive click like most of the Kydex holsters get. But the retention is great. I ran this out at the range, this holster here. I didn't have any problems. It ran just like any other holster would. The retention is really good. It's just, you can tell it's not quite molded to the Nomad frame. Same thing with this Incog Haley Eclipse. This is my current carry holster. I've had this for probably four years or so. I've never had a problem with it. It's a great holster, but I want to show you that it also fits. I ain't going nowhere. You don't get that same positive click you do with the regular Glocks. See, I'll be quiet here so you can hear. But I mean, you hear that click. It locks in pretty well, but it's just not the same with this one here. But the retention is there. I'm sure you could use this. I'm sure, you know, Bravo or the Incog holsters isn't gonna, you know, put their seal of approval on it, but it can be done. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of holster options. There's not a lot of information out there for the Nomad. I read some things saying that Safariland holsters, there's a few of them that will fit, but those holsters just aren't my style. They kind of just look like big RoboCop holsters to me. But that's why I wanted to share this stuff with you guys. And let me give you a Blackhawk Serpa. Locks into place. Fits just fine. No issues with that. And now for the inside the waistband holster that I modded a little bit, and I'll tell you how I did that. So this one does have that positive click you can hear. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is there. So anyways, I ordered this thing not too long ago specifically for this, and I kind of had an idea of what I was going to do. even though I know it wasn't made for the Nomad. But what I did here was I took some blue painter tape and I taped around the bottom where it kind of has room for flex. I taped around that really tight around the pistol. And I also taped, well, I took these clips off first, just to be clear. I took the clips off first, and then I wrapped some tape around the trigger guard also really tight. And then I took a heat gun and I heated up right along them wide ledges that the Nomad frame has, because I believe that's kind of what's stopping it from getting that positive retention. And I heated that up probably 2 or 3 minutes aside, and I just kind of finger pressed and tried to get it to mold. And I could feel as I was doing it that it was getting a little wider, and I could tell that it was kind of forming to the pistol. And I did that for about 2 or 3 minutes aside, and then I took the whole gun inside the holster and I put it in the freezer and I let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then I assembled the clips, and there it was. I mean, it was like it was made for it. I've been just practicing here in the house, drawing from the waist with this thing, and it's a inside the waistband holster. It fits like a glove. It's just what I needed. So I mean, it works. And the only reason I'm showing this is because I'm sure there's a lot of other guys out there that are going to want to run one system. I mean, no one wants to have a bunch of different holsters and stuff that is only going to fit 1 or 2 guns. So I mean, I hope this helps you guys out. And yeah, guys, I think this is going to conclude the Glock 19 build. I will keep you posted on any updates I do to this thing or any other problems I have with it, but I doubt there'll be any. It's been a great gun. I recommend it to anybody. And I hope this little series here helps you guys out. Thank you for watching, and I am going to do some more videos. I'm going to kind of switch gears, and we're going to start doing some long range precision stuff. I'm really into that. I haven't mentioned it before, but long range rifles and pistols are kind of my niche, so that's what we can expect for the future here. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and just stay tuned. We'll have some good stuff showing up. There's almost no recoil with this gun at all. I like it. Nice.